Oh, baby. He left jock straps all over the hardwood down here.
Oh, but how he read that play to steal the pass, Brent, and then pump fake the ball.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey guys, what's good? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name is Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. In today's episode, I want to take a look at more funny Michael Jordan stories told by NBA legends. But before we dive into that, let's take a quick look at the video of today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by Established Tiles. Now, some of you guys might know that I am a person that is very much connected to preserving nature. So I am very happy about today's sponsorship. What makes Established Tiles so special is that it is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. Okay, and now here is the even cooler part. Established Titles allows you to buy a small plot of land in Scotland from about 1 square foot to like 10 square feet or so. And then you can officially call yourself Lord or Lady so-and-so. I mean, how cool is that? Lord Sean David. Nice. And for every part that they sell, they plant a tree to help combat deforestation in Scotland. You can choose between Lordship Pack, Ladyship Pack, or Couple Title Pack. And just to be clear, this certificate is not a gimmick or so, it's the real deal. It makes an amazing last-minute gift. Established Titles is actually running a massive Black Friday sale right now. Plus, if you use my promo code BTM, you can get an additional 10% off. The first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot within a few minutes of walking distance. Depending on how many of you want to become a lord or a lady, we can build our own little basketball time machine kingdom. Go to establishedtitles.com/BTM to get your gifts now and help support the channel. Now, the first player story that I want to take a look at is from Rip Hamilton, who obviously played with Michael Jordan and who played for the Detroit Pistons and was an NBA champion. Let's take a look.
Well, like I tell people, Michael was fun. He had a unique personality. But then there was also another side where it was the talking trash Michael Jordan. And at times, me and a couple of the young guys would come up to him and say, "Hey, Mike, why don't you think about putting us in the Brand Jordan collection?"
Right.
And he'd look at me and say, "Hey, Rip, my sneakers for all-stars." And at that time, I'm like, wow, like really? And then my other young fella, I don't want to say his name, then he would say, "Hey, Mike, what about me? Put me in your sneaker." And then he'll say, "Your game is not to the liking for my sneaker.
Not good enough for the
Not
sneakers.
good enough for my sneaker.
Your game don't fit my sneakers."
So, I mean, but that was the whole big talking trash with Mike.
Now, the next story that I want to take a look at is from Jalen Rose, who always has those funny stories. And this one is actually one of my favorite stories of all time.
Well,
let's take a look.
If I dunked on Michael Jeffrey Jordan, I would tell the story to everybody that I came across. And you do the same thing. Let's watch Story Time with Jalen Rose.
Now, it's a distinct difference playing against Michael Jordan as he was leading the Bulls versus Michael Jordan, he's playing for the Wizards. I'm a Detroit native, a Piston fan, a Bad Boys fan. So when we were having our rivalries with the Bulls, the Pistons walked off the floor without shaking the Bulls' hands. So I was like, yeah, I love that. As a Detroiter, we had to be bad. We had to create rivals. We had to do something different, play with the big boys. So while I've always respected the greatness of Michael Jordan, I actually rooted against the Bulls because I was rooting for the Pistons.
So now it's 1998 NBA Finals. Chicago Bulls at Utah Jazz.
Jordan hits the shot against Byron Russell. He's retired.
Cut to 4 years later.
Jordan decides he wants to play again for the Wizards. So I remember playing against the "Sometimes I Dream That He Is Me" Mike in Chicago. And then playing against a guy for Washington, I'm like, he became more of the, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. It wasn't every time. So I'm like, I can actually make some moves against this guy that he can't stop. So when we go to Washington, I'm in his face. So I'm taking him on the post, jump hooking over him, scoring buckets. I had like 30 that game. I did a play and I actually dunked, not on him, but around him. And I was hanging on the rim and I started talking trash. I came down off the rim. I said something that you can't be repeated on our airways. It was very volatile, it was very rude and disrespectful. And I got ejected. Had 30 points late in the third quarter against Michael Jordan and the Wizards. I get ejected on national TV. That could have been the game of my life.
When you have 30 points in the third quarter against Michael Jordan, what are you saying to yourself?
I'm about to get 50. That's what I was saying. And I couldn't jump over a phone book as a player. So if I get a dunk and Michael Jordan's in the vicinity, I got pumped up. And I got too pumped to where I got kicked out of the game. And that was stupid.
Jordan returned back to the game in '95. Did y'all want to play the Bulls in the playoffs when he returned?
Man, you know, the biggest thing was when M first came back, and I was like, he's back. Like, I wanted to play against MJ, and then he retired before I came into the league. Then when I came into the league, he comes back. So my first mindset is, damn, MJ's back. And then I snapped out of that shit. I snapped out of that shit real quick, like, all right, you gotta go in his ass. You gotta get his respect. Because this was my favorite player, along with Matt. Magic was number one, but MJ, who didn't like MJ? So when he came back and we played them for the first time, I got the best of him and Pip that game. I think I had 36. And I was so, I didn't even sleep that night because I was so hyped and ready to play that game. And we won, but I think I only pissed him off. I pissed him off. I know that for sure.
The story I always tell is we used to come out for warm-ups. You go out in the NBA with about 20 on the clock before a pregame. And so you go out there, 20 on the clock, and MJ would always come out with like 14 on the clock or 13 on the clock. So one day I go up to him, and I was like, M, why don't you run out where we run out? Like, why do you always, because like we'd run out and the crowd would like stand up and cheer, then you'd kind of hear him saying like, where's Michael? And then when he ran out with like 3 on the clock, another standing ovation, the whole crowd would go crazy. And I was like, M, why don't you run out with us, man? He goes, because they're here for me, they're not here for y'all.
Yeah. I begged them to go out with us in Philadelphia. We go out. We go in the back way. We smoking cigars in the joint, and the owner of the club come and go, Michael Jordan in my club? Cut the music off and turn the lights on. We wanted everybody to see Michael Jordan was in his club. I'm telling you, he changes the way people move.
I would get my 20s, 24s, 25s, 29 on Mike. Mike don't get his 30, 32, 35. You make him add 40. He never got 40 on me, but he did get 35, 36. I mean, he gets some money. I try to keep him down to 25, 26, his average. Anything over that,
okay.
Right? So what happened was, we're in Chicago, and I had played against Mike 3 times head up. So KG had never seen me play against Mike.
Yeah.
So we're in the game, and I got about 24 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Mike got about 18, 19.
Okay.
So I'm quiet. I always stay quiet when I play Mike. I didn't talk too much. I mean, if he talked to me, I was going to talk back, but he never talked crazy to me. We just played. But I never talked crazy to him at all, right?
Yeah, you knew better.
So we come out of the fourth quarter, KG like, man, keep going at his ass. Serve him. He can't guard you. He can't da-da-da with you. He can't mess with you.
Yeah.
I was quiet. I'm looking at him like, chill, because Mike was literally right there.
And KG was hype. Like,
he's super hype.
Yes.
I'm super hype, so we vibe, right? But I'm like, chill. He's like, man, he looked at me like, man, he can't guard you. Keep going at him. I'm like, man, chill. He's like, what? I was like, he's standing right here, buddy. And KG was like, I don't care. Keep going at him.
Wow,
too strong for this dude, man. Too strong for him. I was like, wow. So Mike looked at KG, looked at me, looked at KG. I was like, Mike, he don't know the rules of the game, man. He's just a young puppy. You know what I mean? Mike was like, okay, you talking? You know what I mean? I said, man, he don't know the rules of the game.
Yeah.
And Mike looked at him again like, okay. Looked at me like, okay. I said, what you looking at me like that for, right? Went to the fourth quarter, man. That man got about 17 quick. Mad, looking at KG, looking at me, looking at KG.
Motivate him.
I said, look, I got to guard that man. Not you. You know what I mean? Mind you, KG was having a great game on Scottie. We both, KG had about 30, I had about 28.
Yeah.
We was getting it.
It's amazing.
But KG didn't understand that we don't talk to Mike like that.
No, don't gas him up. Don't gas him up.
At least I guard that man.
Right.
You can go talk to Scottie or whoever all you want.
Well, you said the rules. He didn't know the rules.
You know the rules. There's certain rules out there.
Don't pump him up, dog.
You can get 30 and be cool. Okay, Mike got 30. But you don't want him to be mad and go get 50.
That'll happen.
Or 60.
You know, I really, really enjoy looking for those funny Michael Jordan stories. Jordan stories in general, obviously, because I'm a huge fan, but those funny stories, I'm always very happy when I find old ones and new ones, so maybe I will do another episode like this. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.